With its limited rulebook and history of no-holds-barred fighting, mixed martial arts has always seemed like the NASCAR of combat sports, one that removes the sophistication and complexity in favour of shallow thrills. Fortunately, UFC 2009 Undisputed, for all that it's a faithful recreation of the sport, isn't lacking in complexity. In fact, developers Ukes seem to have gone all out to make the game as deep as a realistic fighting game can be, with an enormous array of striking, blocking and grappling actions dictated by your distance from your opponent, your choice of kick or punch, your decision to lead with your left or your right, and your use of the shoulder buttons and stick to determine the height of your aim and your movement as you strike. Phew. And that's all before you even get into the ground game and find yourself attempting to pin an opponent to the mat. You'll also find yourself needing to keep an eye on whether your fighter is becoming arm weary, or if he's been rocked by too many heavy blows, whilst also working out whether to block, dodge or catch the inbound offensive. Make no mistake, as fighting games go, UFC 2009 is doing its level best to be more than just a button basher, and most of the time it makes it. Chances are, however, that even the most methodical player will be worn down long before they finish the game tutorials, and will choose just to start a fight and learn on the fly, which will result in the occasional burst of button hammering or one-move wonder play. In addition to a broad array of controls to master, UFC 2009 offers a huge selection of fighters across 5 weight classes, as well as various peripheral figures including real-life ring announcers, referees, commentators and the like. There are also career, exhibition and online modes, and graphics that occasionally come close to photorealism, even when the bruising and sweat spray makes you wish that they didn't. It's a combination that makes for a surprisingly visceral playing experience, even if you find MMA distasteful. Mixed martial arts would like to claim that it's no longer the human blood sport it once was, with the UFC having gone so far as to ban 31 possible acts. But when you actually need a rule that explicitly forbids you from putting your finger in any of your opponent's wounds or orifices, you know you're not really playing cricket. And that uncomfortable feeling transfers itself from real life to the game. In UFC Undisputed, you'll sometimes find yourself frantically and repeatedly striking a flattened and senseless opponent. Problem is, you have to. In UFC, it's quite possible to be outplaying the opposition, landing power shots at will and generally steamrollering an opponent, only to have them suddenly lash out and floor you with a single strike. Fans of MMA will tell you that this sort of reversal is authentic, but when we play a video game, we like to feel that mastering its controls and performing well means that we'll win, not be subject to the whims of a processor. Hence the urge to brutally press home any advantage that we gain. That UFC 2009 Undisputed can prompt this gut response is a testament to how exciting it can be, and it seems slightly hypocritical to complain about the savagery of a fighting game, given the sort of stuff you get up to in the average shooter or horror game. Despite the sleazy feeling, we have to say that UFC is a compelling beat-em-up, not quite in the class of Fight Night, but certainly much more enjoyable than we expected it to be.